I'm going to show you my swim jig here. We're going to tie up. So let's start off with this is a poison tail dude mole. I got this guy for quite a while. There you go. So I have this guy for like some time a while now. So I think today we're gonna be tying it up. I don't have the perfect or the right color for it, so I think what I'm gonna do is see what color we're gonna come up with. I haven't tied for so long. So I haven't really started, doing tying stuff for so long, so it's more, my experience is not as good as you think there are. But, I enjoy doing it as a winter hobby. As a winter hobby, I do enjoy using, just tying. It's more like crafting, instead of making glue and stuff. Design, came up with design, do all that crafting. Tying on a hook keeper. I make this hook keeper from stainless steel leader line, I think it's 175 pound. Leader line, you get them from like Amazon and stuff. So first you're gonna tie on hook keeper. Another tip I learned is that I don't really clip it all the way through, because when I do that, it usually kind of unwrap itself, Little off UV glue brush. This is why it comes in really handy if you have a turning vise, like the fly tying vise that you can turn. So now we're gonna set the UV glue here. Not the glue, it's more UV epoxy. Fairly really quick. So that it's all set. Let me zoom in a little bit more. So that is all set. I know it's a little things over here by the eye, but I just want to show you, what I'm capable of doing. So, all right, next we're gonna steal some of the color we have here. So this is the old jig that I tied for a long time ago, like this guy here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna steal some of that thread. I'm gonna start my thread here. I'm using red color. I think they call it denim or whatever the color thing is. It's 200. The side of it is 200. The string. I think they call it the string. It's 200. So it's a little bit strong, to keep. I just dropped it, and now I got a bunch of them on the table here. All right. So when I tie this, I always leave the longer part, the longer strand. I usually leave it up front. Give it a couple wrap. I usually prefer like 3 or 4. Make sure that go around to keep. So to keep the skirt from getting in the way, I usually just use a little clip, cinch that down fairly tight. So what happened, these will come unglued, you know, I mean it come off by itself, like the wire wrap, it will come off, not come off, it's more like it's just came off loose, you know. So we're gonna add some orange to that. So now, what happened when you add orange at the end on the bottom side, that will become internal. By internal, I mean, I'll show you. So when we add the oranges, the orange color tab, give it a couple, cut, but not too close. I usually use the Fex one. So this is flexible. UV glue. There you go. It was a little bit too much, but doesn't matter. So I pull that tight, and I add epoxy to it, so that will kind of clear and keep it, you know, fairly tight. It smells kind of funny. I don't think it's good for you to smell anyway. Make sure that clear. All right, so now I'm gonna cut up the tag end. Also, this is the scissor I use here. It's got little bends in it, from German. Really nice, I like it. So you pull. So this is not your typical living rubber. The reason I say it's not typical is because it's from Timo. And if you got the one from Borrow Taco, it actually, you don't have, you could just pull, and when you cut it, it will just separate itself. But the one from Timo, it's not. The one from Timo, when you cut it, it's it doesn't separate itself. So that's a color. I don't know what you call it, but it's more kind of baked fish with a little orange belly. So what I mean by, let me grab their tweezer here so I can show you a little bit better. So what I mean by the orange, if you see here, the orange is actually, it looked like I tie it last, but you can see it's inside. It's kind of covered with the translucent color here. So the orange itself, it actually inside, like underneath these, the first layer I put. So it's kind of blending really nice. So it's not really like, I don't know if it make really different because this is translucent. If it's not, then it look a little bit better, you know, like here I'll show you. Different color I have here. No. There you go. This chip right here. Yeah, I mean, I don't have that good sample right now. Anyway, you get what I mean. And again, this is not brand new skirt, so it look a little bit different. I think this is 3/8. I glued that. I think I make this swim jig, I would say 25 2017. So I have this jig for a long time. This is so I make these one living on my first, when I used to live in my first apartment. So yeah, well, that it's quick and dirty, you know, how to, I guess you can reuse some of your swim jig. Just give it a little refresh, you know, you can say give it a little bit uplift, what you can say, or change the skirt. So if you don't like the color, you know, you can always go back and change it, but this would actually a decent color for spring. You know, it's got little golds in it. It translucent, but you can see it's got like blue flecks on them. And this orange, it's a living rubber. So what happened, you know, if you stop it a little bit, it kind of open up. So what happened when it's open up, it's kind of open up the rest of the silicone. So it does kind of give it a little flare. But it's not, you know, it's not gonna give you anything crazy, just like this jig here. So this got a lot of living rubber as well. This is our Sparky jig that I made for quite a while ago. So, all right. Give a like, comment, you know, what do you think about the color? What should I call them? Or is it even a decent color? But I'm definitely gonna try it out, you know. All right, see you guys.